Regrettably, the skill of silence has been forgotten in our busy world, where noise and speaking are always there. But what if the times we chose not to speak were just as powerful as the times we do? How frequently do we pause and think about what our peaceful method? Stoicism is an ancient doctrine that teaches individuals how to regulate oneself by reason and emotional power. It's a fantastic approach to learn when to talk. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, stated, "It's preferable to travel with the feet than with the mouth." This great proverb brings up a simple issue. How many times have we felt awful for saying anything in a rush or out of rage? Stoicism doesn't only advise us not to do things, we owe it to ourselves to use quiet as a tool for development and tranquility. Envision tackling life's obstacles with the serene assurance that your silence speaks louder than any words could ever hope to. Stoic philosophy teaches that silence isn't merely the lack of words, but a profoundly felt reaction that has been deliberately selected. It is an active, forceful force, a strategy that may assist lessen conflicts, safeguard us from danger, and help us realize. But when precisely should we embrace quiet jointly? We'll find out at 9 important occasions why choosing quiet is not only sensible, but also life-changing as we dig further into these teachings. Think about how adopting Stoic silence could changing the way you interact with people and your own peace of mind. What if you could settle a heated quarrel with a calm, measured quiet instead of loud comments? What may a peaceful pause help you express about your emotions and ideas? Come with us when we dig out the powerful moments to shut up and allow. Let the understanding of Stoicism assist us. Are you ready to learn more about the deep understanding of Stoicism? Please write a note before you start your adventure. Number 1. While being. Number 1. When being criticized. Unfairly, criticized harshly. According to the Stoic philosophy, being unfairly criticized is a fantastic opportunity to develop stronger and exhibit integrity. The major ideals underlying this ancient information. The Emperor Marcus Aurelius once remarked that if anything outside of you disturbs you, it's not the item itself that's hurting you, but how you think about it. He also claimed that you may alter how you think about anything at any moment. Insight argues that what worries us about criticism is not the criticism itself, but how we view and reply to it. Think about this. How may altering how you view criticism make you stronger? Can you remember of a moment when being cool in the face of harsh criticism affected the result? For example, if you are running a project at work and your supervisor critiques it severely, a Stoic answer would be to calmly look at the remarks and uncover beneficial insights while dismissing any unfavorable information that isn't founded on facts. Epicurus remarked that this style of handling things will not only maintain your peace, but it will also keep your professional dignity. Don't discuss about your idea. Live it here to live by philosophy. You have to react with calm, well-thought-out reactions instead of defensive ones. You should allow the quality of your replies and eventually your work speak for itself. Not reacting when harshly attacked is not only a passive act, it's a strategic one to accept Stoicism's exhortation to concentrate on what we can control, our reactions and attitudes. This subtle power transforms probable confrontation into a sign of your personal strength and philosophical devotion as you tackle life's challenges. Think about how quiet might assist you. What opportunities could come up if you prefer contemplative quiet over impetuous words? How may this practice not only enhance your personal peace of mind, but also have an influence on people around you by embracing Stoic principles? Within our everyday lives, particularly when we are harshly chastised, we connect ourselves with a mindset that prioritizes the strength of character above the transient approbation of others. This fosters personal progress and motivates others to do the same. particularly in today's culture, when boasting and self-promotion frequently drown out humility. Stoicism advises us to embrace quiet and the wise. Marcus Aurelius says, "Don't wasting time talking about what a decent guy should be one in this light." Think on how silence in response to boasting may transform a potentially ego-driven environment into a place of self-reflection and progress. There will always be criticism in life, and it can be a useful method to learn. And better yet, criticism isn't always fair. Even when it's designed to injure someone in these sorts of events, it might be hard to keep cool and behave appropriately. The proper manner. Stoicism, a doctrine that developed in ancient Greece, has timeless advice on how to face nasty criticism with elegance and grace by following Stoic concepts. We can transform negative things that happen to us into possibilities to improve as persons and get stronger within. Hey, what counts is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. This is the Stoic principle epicus. What occurred? Take a minute to think about what to say when someone critiques you harshly. This inhibits you from responding on instinct and provides you time to think about what's going on without becoming angry. Remove the criticism away from yourself. As the Stoics stated, you control your thoughts, not events outside of it. Know this, and you will be powerful. Marcus Aurelius. Do this. Comprehend that unjust feedback simply displays how the reviewer feels or what they believe, not how amazing you are or things you can do. You may view the criticism more clearly if you detach it from who you are. Like the Stoic stated, if anybody can prove and show me that I believe and behave in incorrect, I would happily amend it because I want the truth. Marcus Aurelius. Do this. There may be a little degree of truth in even the most unjust judgment. Seek for any beneficial input that is disguised in the injustice view. This as an opportunity to develop yourself and get rid of the bad thoughts that aren't required. As the Stoic saying goes, first, understand the significance of everything you say, and then speak epic twos. What occurred when someone criticizes you unjustly? Be calm and courteous. This not only shows how powerful and in control you are, but it also stops things from growing worse. A calm response frequently calms down the reviewer and demonstrates that you are an adult. Take care of your own development. Don't spend time talking about what a decent guy should be. Says the Stoic B1, stated Marcus Aurelius. Action. Cease focused on unfair criticism and switch your focus to your target goals and personal improvement. You may rise above the unpleasant things that happen and keep going ahead on your route by concentrating on your own progress and attributes. It might be hard to face with unjust criticism, yet if you follow Stoic ways, you may turn these challenges into opportunity to develop and become stronger. Important to take a minute to ponder. Separate the criticism from your own important seek for any fragment of truth. React with calm and respect, and maintain your emphasis on your personal improvement. In this manner, you live true to the Stoic ideal of keeping calm and strong within even when things are bad. Outside number two. Stoic silence in the thick of bragging. Stoic silence in the midst of boasts. Suppose you're at a networking event where a co-worker is boasting too much about their recent increases and expensive lifestyle. You may wish to counter their swagger with your own accomplishments. Stoicism teaches us the power of restraint. If you choose silence, you keep your calm and allow other people's comments reveal you who they are. This way, you can preserve your energy for deeper chats. This strategy not only safeguards your dignity, but it also makes you appear like someone who is secure of their own successes and doesn't require outside acceptance. In this theory, silence is not a sign of inactivity. Instead, it is an indication of purposeful stillness that indicates expertise and confidence. Another wise Stoic says he who does not intend to be overwhelmed by higher advantages should not return one benefit with another. He should return several at once in actual life. This implies that you should not reply to empty brag with words, but with the quiet grace of your acts and the quality of your character. How frequently do you discover yourself reacting to someone else's success tale with one of your own? What may happen if you instead opted to listen thoroughly, praising their successes with a nod or a grin, while maintaining your concentration on your own values and ambitions? Embracing Stoic stillness in the thick of boasting is a method to build a life not distinguished by rivalry, but by pleasure and inner achievement. It provides an environment where one may thrive comfortably and effectively, based on authentic self-worth, rather than comparison metrics. Please ponder about this lesson and utilize what you've learnt in your everyday life. How may embracing quiet improve your life and relationships better? Please post about your thoughts and tales in the space below. Let's work together to make each other's life more calm, pleasant. Number 3. When dealing with anger. And successful number 3. When dealing with rage when we're upset, it may seem like a raging storm that may wash away all reason and calm. However, in the heart of this tempest, Stoic philosophy gives a secure place to be a time of stillness that helps us cope with these powerful emotions. Epicurus, a renowned Stoic character reputed to be silent most of the time and only talk when you have to now image a day at work when a co-worker's error costs you hours of unnecessary labor. Your first inclination could be to lash out in rage, but what would happen if you chose quiet? Instead, by not responding in rage, you allow yourself time to think about the problem more objectively. This delay might halt the disagreement from becoming worse and lead to productive solutions instead of heated debates. Think about it. How often has responding fast in anger caused you ponder? What may be different if you took a minute to calm yourself before speaking? Marcus Aurelius, another well-known Stoic, imparts guidance in his writings. How much worse are the effects of fury than the things that make people furious? This concept makes us think about what occurs once we become angry. Most of the time, the impacts of an angry outburst are worse than the item that got us upset in the first place. Believe about Nelson Mandela, a great leader who, even though he had been incarcerated for years, resolved to forgive his abusers in lieu of being furious. This act not only helped his personal life, but also guided a nation to reconciliation. For example, utilizing silence when you're furious doesn't imply suppressing your emotions. It means selecting a reaction that is in keeping with your best self. This exercise not only enhances your personal tranquility, but it also leads to stronger connections and a more successful life. When you cope with the unavoidable stresses of everyday life, realize that quiet may be your sanctuary, a place where knowledge governs. Accept it, and you may discover that the silent reaction is not just the most meaningful, yet sometimes the most strong. Fury is a common sensation that everyone gets at some time in their life. On the other hand, rage that isn't under control may injure relationships and your own health. Stoicism provides effective strategies to regulate rage by concentrating on self-control. Clear mind and inner serenity. Find out the reason. Look at your triggers to find out what precisely gets you upset. Is it a person, a venue, or a given occurrence? Self-reflection. Think about why these things truly tick you off. Our preconceptions and opinions about things frequently play a large part. Accepting that you can't alter the things that happen in the outside world. All you can change is how you respond to these situations. Practice being attentive. Keep your thoughts on the current moment instead of dwelling on previous issues or fears about the future. exercises for deep breathing when you feel furious, conduct techniques for deep breathing to relax your thoughts and body. Pause and think before you answer. Halt and think about what will happen if you do anything. Modify your point of view. Attempt to see things from the other person's point of view. To exhibit empathy, viewing things from their point of view, may assist you feel less furious. Modify the way you perceive things. Think about how a Stoic philosopher would perceive things. Would they think it was trivial or crucial? Emphasis on solutions. Instead of concentrating on the situation at hand, think of constructive methods to tackle it. Create emotional strength. Learn way to control yourself. Remind yourself that you may choose how to respond. Use self-control and patience. Emotional detachment. Learn to detach your emotions from what's happening on. Take a step back and look at it objectively, instead of personally get stronger inside. Do activities that help you cope with your emotions, like exercising, writing in a book, or meditating. Handle your anger in a healthy manner, positively. Channel your energy instead of getting upset. Put your focus into things that would assist you, like working out or producing art. Develop and grow. Use your anger as the opportunity to learn more about yourself and adjust how you react in the future. How to communicate successfully. Explain. Describe how you feel in a cool manner, confident manner, without being rude or furious. Controlling your anger correctly is crucial for your health and the quality of your relationships. You may transform anger into a positive force by getting to the bottom of it, practicing mindfulness, altering your frame of view, building mental strength and finding healthy methods to utilize your anger. Follow the counsel of Stoicism to obtain inner serenity and live a healthy, happy existence. Number 4. Silence amidst unfounded rumors. Quiet in the thick of false rumors, when people chat to one another. Tales are like leaves caught in a blast of wind. When these rumors aren't real, they may create hurt and uncertainty. Philosophy provides us a solid response. Silent think about the narrative of a teacher in a small town who was unfairly accused of wrongdoing as rumors circulated around the community. The instructor opted not to add to the fire by denying or clarifying what transpired. Instead, she relied on her honesty and integrity to remain steadfast. This quiet is not a passive surrender, but a purposeful choice based on knowledge. Marcus Aurelius believed you possess influence over your ideas, not over exterior circumstances. Comprehend this, and you will be powerful. How often have we seen fast-said remarks make things worse? How may silence defend you from the arrows of false accusations by refusing to reply? The instructor let the community's initial joy dwindle away as time went on, and no new proof came to surface. The truth became her defense. This illustrates the Stoic notion that you should concentrate on what you can control, like your emotions and actions, instead of worrying about how tales circulate, which you can't stop. Epictetus once remarked that if someone speaks negative things about you, you should always praise them. This paradoxical technique claims that responding to negative with positive, or in this example, silence, may cease, and changing the course of useless discussions when false charges are created. Speaking softly may demonstrate respect and trust in the truth. To utilize this in your personal life, think about how crucial it is to wait to react to tales until the storm passes. Remember that the greatest method to retain your peace and image is to abide by the ideal you preach, not by opposing every murmur in these forms of scenarios. Being silent isn't simply a means to protect oneself, it's also a way to demonstrate your adherence to Stoic beliefs so that you interact with the problems of personal and professional relationships. Let Stoic quiet guide you through the maelstrom of false rumors, discovering in it the route to a serene, happy and prosperous existence. Number 5. How to deal with loss. Number 5. How to cope with loss. How do you deal with the total quiet that follows a catastrophic loss? Loss is a frequent human event that often leaves a gap filled with pain and uncertainty. However, Stoicism has a particular way of coping with sadness. For example, C.S. Lewis, a great novelist who talked about his sorrow following losing his wife in the novel. "A sorrow witnessed," says, "the anguish I feel now is the happiness I had previously." This is a pretty Stoic way of thinking. Stoics think that our experiences are part of a broader natural flow of life, and that grief and love will always go hand in hand. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, has a lot to say about this issue. "The day we dread will be our last, is really the birthday of eternity." How may your attitude to loss differ if you consider it as a transformation? Instead, at an end, what may you gain by embracing the stillness that follows after loss, allowing yourself time and freedom to contemplate and grieve after his passing? Lewis didn't attempt to fill the silence with explanations or diversions. Instead, he utilized it to fully analyze his thoughts and emotions, displaying the Stoic notion that suffering may be utilized for personal progress. His path through loss demonstrated how keeping a calm mind may help someone cope with significant emotional suffering and transform it into a strong appreciation of life's fragility and beauty. Silence after a loss isn't a technique to conceal or ignore what occurred. It's a way to give oneself time to relax, think, and go on. Find meaning beyond the suffering you're experiencing right now. This signifies letting your emotions take their course without triggering a forced termination. Ponder about how you've coped with losses in the past. How may the Stoic practice of contemplative silence assist you in future moments of sadness? How may this strategy affect not just your personal recovery, but also the healing of people around you? Please share your views and experiences with loss, as well as how Stoic practices may have altered your journey. What lessons have you gained, and how has quiet helped you become better? Let's speak about it and grow better in the comments below. One of the toughest things in life is coping with death. It's hard to cope with sadness and melancholy when you lose something vital in your life, like a loved one, a career, or a huge opportunity. Stoicism, an old theory founded by Zeno of Citium in Athens, provides us timeless guidance on how to live with these hard times. Taking a Stoic attitude may help us remain strong and at peace, even when we've lost something crucial. Important, recognize and accept how you feel. It's important to understand and embrace the emotions that occur with losing someone. Stoicism tells us that feelings are natural responses to situations that happen in life. Step you can take. Let yourself cry and feel the pain without condemning yourself. Writing in a notebook or chatting to a person you trust might help you go through these emotions. Pay attention to what you can alter according to the Stoic theory. We should let go of those things we can't alter and concentrate on the things we can step to take, figuring out what you can alter about the circumstance, like how you deal with the loss, and let go of what you can't. Interpret the loss as an opportunity to become better. As described, Stoics consider that any situation can be utilized as a possibility to improve and acquire better step. You can think about what you can learn from this. What can this loss teach you that would make you better, smarter, or more caring? Practice being appreciative. Being thankful may help you stop thinking about what you've lost and start concentrating on what you still have. Jot down every day a list of things you are grateful for. This practice can help you view things in a fresh light and make you feel calm. Seek support and group. Stoicism underlines how vital it is to create a group and assist each other through hard times. Speak to family, friends, or support groups. Talking about your concerns with other individuals may assist you feel better and less alone. It's never easy to cope with loss, but the Stoic principles may help us be strong and robust. While we're going through the sadness of loss, it might assist to identify our emotions, concentrate on what we can control, modify our attitude of view. Be thankful and ask for aid. These tactics may help us heal and develop if we choose to utilize them. Number 6. Navigating ignorance with Stoic grace. 6. Managing ignorance with Stoic grace. Have you ever met someone whose behaviors suggest they don't comprehend, yet whose conviction is as strong as if they were an expert? Even if this scenario is distressing, it's an excellent opportunity to practice being patient. Galileo, the famed physicist who championed heliocentrism during a period of strong geocentric beliefs, is a fantastic example of how to cope with ignorance, even if he confronted fierce resistance and was even placed into house arrest. Galileo retained his dignity and fidelity to the truth, frequently opting to keep quiet in the face of false charges and ignorance. Stoicism reminds us that we can only control how we react, not what other individuals do. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, stated, "You have influence over your thinking, not over outside occurrences. Recognizing this will provide you strength." Consider about adopting this point of view. The next time you come across someone who has improper ideas, how might altering how you react if you knew you could control it? Galileo's quiet wasn't a sign of weakness. It was a bold declaration of his honesty and trust in what he had learned. He realized that truth doesn't need to be supported up by words, but may hold solid on its own merits over time. This method is comparable to the Stoic principle of concentrating on one's own deeds and acknowledging that others' ideas are beyond of one's control. Being nice implies recognizing the boundaries of your strength and selecting your conflicts wisely. It implies being patient, and understanding even when things are stressful. This practice not only leads to a tranquil and joyful existence, but it also helps you view things with a larger vision that focuses on long-term respect and success, instead of short-term vindication. Ponder about how silence can be a gracious reply to idiocy in your own life. How could this technique enhance your relationships and your personal health? Let Galileo's tale drive you to cultivate Stoic quiet, converting possible pleasant events into opportunities. Number 7. How to deal with rumors. For inner peace and personal development. Number 7. How to cope with rumors. There must have been numerous instances in your life when you were the topic of a narrative hearing. Whispers increasing louder as they went around. It's a typical human response. However, remaining silent may alter the circumstance. Think of the narrative of a community leader whose devotion to preserving the environment led to false claims about her own gain. Instead of answering each rumor, she kept focused on her task, recalling Marcus Aurelius's comments, "The finest retribution is to be unlike him who injured you." This leader's choice to keep quiet and continue her advocacy allowed her actions speak louder than any hearsay. Her conduct indicates an important Stoic idea. It's not outside occurrences that concern us, but how we respond to them. How would your life be different if you dismissed rumors with silence? What power might you acquire by opting not to explain, but to keep continuing on your journey? If someone says nasty things about you, and it's true, Epictetus urges us to mend ourselves. If it's a falsehood, this intelligent leader not only maintained the peace, but also advised her followers to look beyond the falsehoods by asking them to laugh at them. Those who didn't believe in her progressively lost trust. Yet her calm demeanor and strong devotion proved that Stoic quiet may assist you retain your image and self-respect. This anecdote explains how Stoicism may be employed in modern life by demonstrating how our responses to erroneous information may either fuel the flames or put it out. It also illustrates that quiet is not a passive decision, but an active and great method to allow our life and accomplishments demonstrate what sort of person we are. Think about this strategy. The next time you hear rumors, How might practicing Stoic silence help you keep calm and focused? How may it impact how other people perceive you over today? I want you to share your views and experiences in dealing with rumors in the comments area below. What have you learned from these experiences, and how has quiet helped you get through them? Your insights may help someone find their way. Rumors may travel quickly and ruin your reputation, create a lot of worry and make things more complex. It is necessary to come up with appropriate techniques to deal with gossip in a world where information moves swiftly. There is ageless wisdom in Stoic thinking that shows us how to keep cool, collected and reasonable when we encounter issues. Keep your emotions in control. It is crucial to keep your sentiments under check when you hear tales. When you respond fast or passionately, it might cause things worse and give the tales more weight. Instead, attempt to keep your emotions in check and look at the topic without prejudice. Halt before you respond. Take a few deep breaths and convince yourself that other people's views don't define your value. Do activities that calm you down, like a consciousness or meditation, to keep calm. Become clear and grasp the truth. Ideas and information that aren't clear typically generate rumors. Do not take them at face value. Instead, delve into the facts. Identify trustworthy sources and collect right data to find out what the story is really about. Speak to reliable individuals who can provide you additional information before going to a choice. Ask questions and seek for evidence. This strategy lets you respond based on facts instead of speculations. Think things through before you act. How you respond to a tale may have a major influence on how true it is when you act without thinking. You could misinterpret things and disseminate the news even further. Instead, respond cautiously and with a strategy. Look at the circumstance and think about what can happen if you do anything different. Reply to the rumor in a calm and appropriate approach if you need to. Sometimes the greatest thing to do is to be silent or say things slowly. Pay attention to your actions and personality. The greatest approach to fight back against bogus rumors is to prove that you are a decent person over time. Tales may be put to rest by always being honest and displaying what sort of person you are. Maintain following your views and ideals. In all you do, take actions that are beneficial for you and demonstrate who you truly are. The more you perform the same way over time, the less probable it is that misleading tales are real practice. Not worrying about what some people believe. Stoicism encourages you to let go of things you can't alter and concentrate on the things you can. The second category comprises other people's ideas and rumors about you. Realize that you can't influence what other people think or remark. Pay attention to what you do and how you think. Embrace yourself and have trust in your values, no matter what other people say. Stoic concepts like controlling your emotions, recognizing the truth, reacting intelligently, being consistent and not caring what other people think may help you deal with rumors in a balanced and rational way. By employing these methods, you can tackle the challenges that tales generate with grace and power. Safeguarding your number 8. When confronted with injustice, honor and serenity of mind. Number 8. When faced with injustice, Stoic philosophy instructs us to cope with life's challenges with fairness and inner strength. This is particularly crucial when we meet injustice. As the great Epicurean stated, bear and forbear. This maxim teaches us to go through harsh times without complaining and forgive people for their blunders. Nelson Mandela fought against racism in South Africa in a manner that made this theory extremely obvious. Mandela's lengthy time in prison might have made him upset, yet he came out as a proponent of peace and togetherness, demonstrating a profound Stoic resilience. Mandela didn't simply stand there and let injustice happen. He decided should concentrate on mending and togetherness. Instead of getting even, this choice displays a vital Stoic principle. Our largest power comes in our freedom to choose how to respond to outer events. How could our own lives alter if we followed Mandela's example when it comes to the unjust things that happen to us? May we choose to show understanding and compassion, even when it seems impossible, by remaining silent when unjust things happen. Marcus Aurelius remarked in his thoughts that the finest method to lash back at someone who has injured you is not to be like them by choosing not to engage into a fight and in instead cultivating a spirit of healing and forward thinking. Mandela transformed the way a whole nation thinking about justice and peace. His life reminds us that quiet is not an indication of surrender. Instead, it may be a potent weapon for change and a sign of personal integrity. This Stoic style of thinking doesn't entail quietly accepting injustice. Instead, it entails a planned and determined silence that prepares us for productive action. It's about sustaining your inner calm and employing tranquility to encourage meaningful solutions that confront injustice and foster a collaborative progress towards a brighter future. As we face both minor and major injustices, let us remember Mandela's calm bravery. His legacy teaches us that often the most deep reaction is nurtured in quiet, enabling us to establish a foundation for meaningful transformation and a happier, more successful life. Embracing this may transform both personal pain and social strife, bringing us to a better, peaceful life. Everyone has to cope with harsh conditions at some time in their life. As a Stoic, it's crucial to approach these events with composure, and knowing the ideals of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epicurus will assist. You learn how to cope with unjust circumstances. Concentrating on what we can manage, remaining calm within, and behaving properly are some of the items they stress. Retain your serenity within. Concentrate on your inner state. Marcus Aurelius states that no matter what is happening on around you, you should maintain your head calm and collected emotional regulation to keep your emotions in control. Do things like deep breathing, being mindful, and meditation. Accept what you can't change. Realize that you can only alter how you respond to other people's behavior. Answer rationally. Ponder before you act, instead of going without thinking. Pause and think about what the greatest thing to do is. Attempt to comprehend. Try to find out why the unjust incident occurred. This may assist, make things clearer, and maybe even suggest a method to remedy the situation. Avoid lashing back at individuals. Hitting back at them with wrath or revenge just makes things worse. Attempt to reply in a sensible and calm manner. Take a look at your ideals. Always stick to your ideals no matter what. Let your conduct be based on your basic beliefs and principles. Moral integrity makes sure that your solution is in accordance with your morality and maintains your honor. Set a good example. Teach others how to deal with injustice with respect and dignity by the way you behave. Search for constructive solutions. Issue-solving attitude instead of concentrating on the problem. Get into the problem with the mindset of seeking solutions to fix it. Communication. Talk to the persons concerned in an open and honest approach to attempt to obtain a fair response. Advocate for change. Whenever you can, strive to make improvements to the system that get to the bottom of the unjust case. Develop and learn. Stop and ponder about what occurred. Think on what happened and what you may learn from it. Personal growth. Look at the experience as an opportunity to develop as a person and make yourself stronger. Future. Readiness. Get the abilities and knowledge you need to handle similar events better in the future. It is crucial to be calm, respond rationally, keep loyal to your vision, search for helpful solutions, and learn from the situation when you are confronted with injustice. If you follow these principles, you may cope with unfavorable circumstances with compassion and honesty, transforming problems into opportunity to improve and make things better. Number 9. How to handle insults with Stoic wisdom. Handle insults with Stoic wisdom. Epicus, a Stoic philosopher, once stated, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, recognize that your mind is complicit in the provocation." This maxim should jolt us up every time someone attacks us, and it also teaches us a profound technique to cope with insults: stay silent. This insight instructs us that we may choose how to behave by choosing quiet and understanding instead of confrontation. Mahatma Gandhi experienced taunts and opposition in his battle for Indian independence, yet he didn't react with rage or insult. Instead, he opted to stay quiet and learn. Gandhi believed in ahaya, or pacifism, which is comparable to the Stoic way of life, cheerful peace. Gandhi's reply to verbal and physical assaults was to stay silent. This frequently made his foes less frightening and earned sympathy for his cause among the people. How could adopting a similar position when you are offended modify the dynamics of your relationships with people? What may you gain by maintaining your calm? Instead of reacting with words when someone assaults you, you give yourself room to act with purpose, opposite of impulsiveness. This stern exercise not only keeps you calm, but it also makes you appear like a leader who is above everyone else. Little arguments that, echoing Marcus Aurelius's, "How much worse are the repercussions of rage and sadness than the factors that make us feel certain." Feelings, think about this. When you interact with the difficulties that arise every day, think about what this stern silence may accomplish for your life. May it be the secret to a better, more prosperous existence. How could your actions affect how other individuals cope with challenges? As we've looked at the 9 critical times to embrace conclusion. Silence from coping with discussion to confronting loss. Stoic guidance has taught us a way to peace and understanding. Marcus Aurelius once remarked, "Don't spend time debating about what a decent guy should be. Be one in the spirit of his words." Let us practice the deep strength that may be gained in silence by selecting when to speak and when to listen. This will assist us live a serene, joyful, and kind existence. Feel free, can employ these Stoic ideas in your regular talks and experience how the power of deliberate silence can make your life better. If you find this lecture insightful and beneficial, please click the like. Simply write a remark with your opinions, and don't forget to share these profound philosophical concepts with everyone you know. If you're new, subscribe to our channel to obtain more profound teachings in Stoicism that will help you develop. See you in the upcoming lessons.